Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to Into the Breach. Here we are with the Rusting Hulks on the final battle of the 4th island. We are pretty well equipped right now, honestly. We have some serious firepower in our jet mech, our rocket mech is up to maximum rocket artillery damage and maximum storm damage, and our pulse mech has a pretty long-range teleporter and the ability to pull people all over the place. I think what we might try is setting the movement range on the teleporter higher, but I don't know. Because he can move through enemies, it's really nice having that 6-tile movement range. We'll see what happens as we progress here, but let's take our way over to the corporate HQ and go from there. Here goes nothing. Our sensors have picked up a Vec we've never encountered before. I fear it won't go down easy. Alright, well, let's do it. We got no acid on the map, although we do have those acid puddles instead, which means we won't be able to rely on the double damage, but we might be able to take them out anyway. Let's see what happens. 2 alpha beetles. Ooh, okay. And a firefly. Well then, and this guy has 5 HP. Let's get ready to rumble, because I have a feeling this is going to be a bit of a battle. Let's confirm and see what happens. Wow, Scion really aggressive there. We're gonna push him. And we're probably gonna acid both of them with the plane. What is the best play here? We kind of don't want to kill anything if it's near and by any enemies, because they'll explode, which is not ideal. Is there a better way to clear this? As of right now, I'm tempted to take the pulse mech over to here and trade places with him, because that way he charges into the acid and kills himself. We use the jet to jump these two, cover them in smoke. This one dies. This one doesn't die but is low, and then we can deal with them from there. The Scion Abomination gives them a ton of abilities though. 1 extra max health, health regeneration, and death explosions, which is not amazing for us. We can kill him if we want to, but then we can't really deal with all these attacks. So I think the play is still going to be use the rocket mech to bombard the Scion Abomination down to 1 HP and do everything else that I just said. So let's start with this. Swap them. When he falls in the acid water, he shouldn't explode. It should just remove him from the map. We move over to here and jump these two. He will explode. He will not. And we rocket barrage the Scion down to 1 HP. Now we end turn. Next turn we're probably going to use the rocket barrage from our jet mech, but for this turn this should do it. Oh, it's true. He actually damages him with the explosion. Oh, the explosion does happen when they go in the water. That's good to know. There you go. You learn something new every day. Now he's going to move out. Okay, so far the rest of these attacks are kind of fine. Our jet can do some damage. Alright, so I think the play here is still missile barrage everyone. If we missile barrage everyone, he'll be down to 1. He'll be dead. He'll be dead. And the bomb from him exploding at the same time as the Scion dies should kill him, which might actually make him explode and hit the building, which is a little worrying. We might use our turn reset for that, if that's how it plays out. Because that would be a really crazy shenanigan, where the effect of him losing the HP would be what kills him, which means he wouldn't have the bomb effect anymore? I don't know. Let's try it and see exactly what happens here. We may need to rewind this turn. Okay, that's kind of what I hoped would happen. He wound up not exploding. He didn't die, which is a little bit subpar, but he didn't explode, which is pretty key, because I can just shove him onto that spawn, and that way he's done. So here, we rocket him, and we shunt him over 1 onto the spawn point, meaning he is no longer alive. That rocket barrage is pretty cool. We got a crab coming in. A whole bunch more enemies spawning this turn, but we'll deal with that as we go. I think the best way to attack him is just to shove him back into the acid. Problem solved. And where do I want to protect most? I think we want to protect those two tiles right now. So we're going to drop some smoke there so they can't attack from that angle. And just to make sure it's even harder for them, we're going to put the pulse mech there. That if anything comes up and tries to attack, I can just push him back into the acid. And that should work out okay for us. Let's end our turn. Well, we got a leaper. Another crab. Okay, we got some bad stuff coming in here, but most of it we can safely disregard. This guy, I think we just push back into the acid again. This one, we can push into here. So if I push him first, that kills him. We come across here, bomb him with the plane. The only one that survives is this guy, but he's shooting nothing. That's probably the best play here. Hop over to here. Jump them. And we artillery him to death. Okay, I think that does pretty good here. That was a nice quick one. Killed almost every Vec. And really cleaned out that rush at the start. That rocket barrage ability is pretty sweet. Okay. The Vec abomination is down and our corporate hub is intact. You and the Rustin Hulks have Detritus's gratitude. We got ourselves all of the commendations, and everyone was saved there. That was our smoothest island yet. Perfect island, one free reward. Due to your efforts, Commander, our success-to-failure ratio has reversed since your arrival. Permit Detritus to share the fruits of that success with you. What are you offering me? Offering me Bethany Jones. Mech starts every mission with a shield. That's a really cool ability. We might take her just to unlock her for the future. And the Hermes engine. Dash in a line, pushing adjacent tiles away. That is a cool power. That's actually really cool. I don't think we're gonna take it. I like our weapon set right now. But that's fun. Cool. Now we're gonna take Bethany. We're probably gonna swap her back in for power right away. Because her skill is grid defense, and we already have somebody who gives us armor. But let's take her anyway. Get that unlock in there, and spend some reputation, because we have 9 to spend. What are they selling us? The Wind Torrent pushes all units in a single direction. That's kind of cool, too. It just blows everything on the map in one way. I wonder if you can choose the direction, or if it's always set. Interesting. The Heavy Rocket. Projectile that heavily damages target and pushes adjacent things away, but not towards you. The Janus Cannon. Fire 2 projectiles in opposite directions. And Smoke Bombs, which we have already. Aerial Bombs. Smoke Bombs. Interesting. Oh, smoke bombs are an any class weapon, whereas this is specifically brute. This one has the ability of additional range and damage, while this one just has additional range and doesn't actually hurt. So this is the one that adds damage to the smoke, this one just adds the smoke. Interesting. Okay. Well, I think we're still going to go all in on the reactor core. As interesting as these abilities are, we've got a pretty solid ability set right now, so we kind of don't need any of that. We're just going to buy 3 reactor cores. And a 4th one, because we're going to sell the shield projector, which we're not going to use, donate that to them, and then I think we're going to donate Bethany. Her ability is cool, but I'd rather just have the extra resources, and that'll let us get the reactor core. And since we're actually heading into the final battle, I might as well also sell Ralph here and get some more overpower, push us up to 30% grid defense, which we might need in the final fight. So let's do that too. Let's also get rid of Ralph. You can chill out here, Ralph. We're gonna take... No, it only adds 1. Oh. Interesting. I guess the overpower bonus goes down as you start putting more points into it. Huh. Alright, interesting. That's good to know. Well, now that we're back here, we have got ourselves a fair amount of firepower, and it's time for us to get out of here. We've got to spend our final points, but let's leave the island. We've secured all 4 islands. Time to put our remaining 4 power cells into our mechs here. Probably going to go mainly for survivability abilities, like pumping up our movement and possibly the health on our rocket mech. Because we've kind of maxed our guys out here, honestly. We can't quite hit the full amount. We'd need 7 or 9 more to do that. We only have 4, but we can get pretty close. So, I want teleporter range, shield self. Do I want those powers, or do I want to go mostly for survivability here and movement? We're going to give Camilla 1, because I want to give her that maximum movement, for sure. The health hasn't been so important yet. I'm probably going to give another one to Abe for the movement, and then we're probably going to give 2 to Henry, so he can turn on these abilities as well. We'll give Abe 1, max out his movement. Do I want to turn on shield self and maximum teleporter range? Probably. Do I also want him to have 6 movement? Yeah, I do. There we go. Now everyone is kitted out real strong. Everyone is just missing a single point from all of their mechs. That's pretty good. We are 3 power cells away from maxing out every point, even if there's more in the mech reactor we could put in. Very cool. Alright, well, let's get into the Volcanic Hive final mission and see if we can live through this mess. Here goes nothing. With the Vec driven off the islands, you have a high chance to wipe them out at their source. You are humanity's last hope. Let's get in there. The volcano's going to be nasty. All of the mountain tiles are on the edges, which is unusual. And let's get in here, I suppose. What's your movement range? 3? If I just don't put anything closer than that, you can't attack us this turn, which I am okay with. This is all going to be volcano tile, though, so I probably don't want to count on staying there. Alright, let's confirm our placements and go from here. You bet that volcano's active, Camilla. Here come our power pylons. Presumably these guys are going to go for those. That's nice of them. Didn't touch any of our starting positions. Alright, he's going in the pond. I knew one of them was going in the pond. I was just hoping it would be that easy. So, in fact, we'd also block that spawn and don't take any damage because of the shield. I could push him into the pond with the rocket mech. These guys both die from the plane's attack. So I'm actually kind of okay with that. I'm going to move forward 1 tile here and then shove him into the pond this way. And I am actually going to repulse here. Because that puts shields on a lot of things. So that's pretty good. We are pretty resilient now. Let's end our turn. The lava flow comes down. We got a crab, a charger, and a scion. The tyrant scion, I assume. Yeah. Scion tyrant. He has actually intentionally committed suicide, which is a little bit surprising, because he's standing on the fireball tile. We're also standing on a couple of those, though, so we're going to have to move out the way of that. All I would have to do here is... let's see... I'd love to bring our mech over and shunt him into the death, and that'll work. This guy would die from the poison at the start of the turn. I think his attack happens... Interesting. The Scion Tentacle damage happens before the environmental damage, but after the Storm Smoke damage. So this is actually a double kill move right here. That prevents us from taking any damage, because he'll die from the smoke before the tentacle happens. Unless they happen at the same time, because they're on the same number of turn order. We all have shields on, so it doesn't really matter. We'll find out either way. But it'll be interesting to see. Now, if I shut this guy forward 1, his attack goes off screen. No, it does not. Interesting. It stays on screen. We'll just jump him then to make sure he dies. And we'll find out if the Scion Tentacles happen at the same time as something on the same turn order as them. They might, but we all have shields, so it doesn't hurt us anyway. They did? No, they didn't. I thought for a second they might have actually gone off, but it turns out they absolutely did not go off. We just had the tentacle effect go off of us. These guys are nasty, dropping explosive blobs. He's going in the pond. He might also actually be going... Oh, that's not good. That's quite not good. He is completely surrounded. The only thing that can hit him is if we move our artillery and to shoot him from the side, specifically here. Then we can shoot him into the wall and kill him that way. That's the only way to do it. We actually can't push this guy into the pond right now because this guy is going to hit our pylon instead, which is not good. Now, this thing is going to explode, but thankfully this building has a shield on it still, so I can kind of ignore that. I could go for the 2 damage barrage, which would break all of the rocks. No, it would just hit all the enemies. So that would clear the explosive, but it wouldn't get rid of everything else. The shields also block environmental effects, don't they? Yes, and it also doesn't remove the shield, so we can just stand in this fire and shoot this guy no problem. This thing is going to be a little bit trickier to get rid of, though. Would the trick be... I can see how we could potentially smoke out these 2 tiles, but not in the way I would need. I can just move him. Like, I could... We can make him auto-die. Okay, this is fun. So, here's what we do. We're going to take the artillery here and blow up this guy. We can ignore this blob, because it's going to hit the shield and break this rock for us, so that's actually fine. We're going to take the jet over to here and jump this enemy. He won't die from this, but he'll be on 1. But we take our teleporting guy, put him here, and swap this guy into the lava's path, so his bomb hurts him for 3, and then the lava kills him. That is... The teleportability is really cool. Like, you can do some cool stuff with that thing. Let us end our turn and see if everything goes as I expected. He takes electrical damage. Oh no, the lava kills him first. Bloop. Down you go. Bomb goes off, takes the shield off, but doesn't actually do any damage. These guys are actually pinned and cannot really move at all. And he moves on to a environmental death tile. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, now if we look at the volcano order, the volcano goes off before the enemies, so he's gonna just explode. Alright, interesting. So here's what we do. This is a bit of a silly turn plan, but we're gonna be very tightly knit this turn. We smoke him from behind just for fun. We kill that guy with a push. We shove this one over to the side, which puts the shield back on the building beside us, and then we also jump over him. And that makes sure that the damage from the lightning actually kills him. And this guy I actually forgot about entirely. Oh, that's not going to work. We're probably going to have to reset our turn. I didn't see him because he was on fire. I assumed he was a fire tile. We wasted some turns there because I thought we'd be able to get away with it, but we're probably going to have to reset that now. Dang it. That's what I get for not paying attention. You think I see a silly move, so I go for it, but it turns out not quite as good to be silly. Now, I could just shove him over 1 tile this way, and then he's going to kill him for me, which is pretty cool. Can I kill him outright? I can use the artillery to shove him into the water, which is probably better. He dies before his attack goes off. We just have these 2 to deal with. We can just about kill them all this way. If I could stop here, I could shove him into the water, but that's not going to happen. Alright, gotta reconsider this turn, because I didn't see the alpha crab there. I'm glad I noticed it before I ended the turn, because this is our last turn of battle, so all I have to do is not mess things up here, and we'll go into the last fight with full efficiency. But first of all, I have to not mess things up here. So, we definitely want to shove him this way, or attack him with the artillery to kill him. Either of those works. If I attack him with the artillery to kill him, is there anything I can do about these guys? Not really. I can shove one of them into the cloud like before. This guy's not attacking, so we can kind of ignore him anyway. Alright, let's just kill him. This guy still does nothing. I don't think I can kill both of these guys. But I can kill one of them. So we'll do that. Push him into the cloud. Volcano effect goes off before he gets a turn, so he's going to be dead. And actually, we go for the missile barrage here. That gets us all the kills. Good stuff. None of our people are on death tiles. Nope, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're good. Let's end our turn then, and watch the fireworks. I do love how this mech has just been sitting on fire for like the last 2 turns. Incoming seismic activity. Brace yourself. Down we go. That guy looks new. It's a leader charger. I probably have seen him before, but still looks nasty. We got 3 fireflies, a blobber guy, and this. Deploying a Rhine-filled bomb. Defend it while it primes. Oh, smushed him, never mind. We got rocks falling. He's going in the lava. Oh, he's the one that charges and sets the ground behind him on fire. I like that guy, he's cool. I don't like that, though. I don't like that at all. Alrighty then. Well, we can successfully move the pulse mech here and shunt him into the lava and him out of the way. That's probably a pretty good maneuver. These guys are a little bit annoying, though, so we're probably going to have to rocket him to death. The thing about this is that if we ignore it, it explodes, which is not so great. Is there a way we can more efficiently solve these problems? Because our jet can maneuver over to a position where it can kill this guy, and that'll do the trick, but I would love to not have to spend an entire turn killing this blob. Because right now this is a 2 birds with 1 stone move, which is pretty good. The rocket here kills him, which I would like to do, but I don't know if I can do that because we have a blob here that's going to blow up our power cell. Now I could fire backwards and use the smoke to kill him, then use the jet mech to jump this. That might be the best play for now. We're going to leave the alpha blobber alive for now, but I think that's okay. So we come over to here with the pulse mech. Repulse him into the lava. Oh, he's massive. That doesn't kill him. It cancels his move because he's in the water. It sets him on fire, so he takes some damage, but he's not actually going to die because he's massive. Oh. That may not have been the right move then. I forgot about that. This guy is now also going to be doing extra damage, which is not really what we wanted. So I think what a better play would have been to teleport this bug in front. Because then, this guy would have just smacked him, not moved him back a tile, and he would have shot him in return. So they would have done a pile of damage to each other and not actually killed each other. Plus I could have jetted over them if I wanted. Okay, that means we're probably going to want to reset our turn here, because we just made this not as nice. I forgot that the leader units are almost always considered massive. I think they are 100% of the time, massive or flying. So you can't put them into the death tiles. Okay, then. Okay, I think we're going to have to reset our turn because there's nothing else we can do that's going to be really nice at clearing out this whole thing now. I can still kill this guy. I can still jet over to this one to get rid of him. I can still smoke backwards to kill him. I can still use the jet to kill him. Those moves still work, but this one doesn't do what I thought it did, and that might be a problem now because they're going to really outnumber us if we don't take care of this. Is there a better play I can do here before ending my turn? If he's here and he's here, what else would be a good move to make? I can't get them onto these death tiles. I could shoot him back into the lava with the artillery mech, but then I can't do anything about this thing. And that would do 4 damage to him plus the 1 fire damage, so he'd be at 1 HP, which is pretty good, but... I think it's still better if instead we use the pulse mech to swap this guy in front. Because then this one, his attack does 3 damage to him, so he'll be down to 2, and his attack does 3 damage back, so he'll be down to 3. Instead of having them both take 1 and just block a spawn. So we're going to reset this turn. Hopefully I don't regret doing this on the first turn of the battle. I could stand here and swap them in, but I don't think that's as good as teleporting, because I actually don't want to block the spawn right now. I could also, actually, just swap him onto one of these death tiles. Same with him. I could swap him onto a death tile so he explodes before his turn starts. But then we have more guys to deal with. Is there a way to handle him and everything else? Or do I just need to get them in each other's way? I think putting them in each other's way is still the best move, because I can handle the rest of this stuff with what we have on the battlefield right now. And these blobs, I'm fine with letting this guy have another turn to blob us, because then I can use the rocket barrage to clear out all the remainder of the damage we need on these guys who are going to be chip damaged. So I think this is the play here. We stand in the way with him. We swap their positions. They're now attacking each other and aren't going to make it anywhere further in. We use the smoke on the rocket artillery to kill the bomb so it doesn't do any damage this turn. Is that still the right play? I think so. We use the smoke backwards like this, and then we take our jet over to here, jump 2 tiles over to here to cancel his move and kill him with the smoke. You sure are right, Camilla. Your mech can maneuver in the smoke like no one else. Alright, end turn, and I think this is going to be fine. They're probably going to give us a Tyrant Scion this turn, if I had to guess. So that'll make the Rocket Barrage turn even better. Oh, that's cool. If a rock falls in the lava, it turns it into a platform. That's actually really cool. That probably means if we can throw rocks, we can throw them into the tiles like that and make water. Also interesting, these guys have all turned out to not be Scions. So right now, what I'm seeing is some general badness. If we use the... I can't push him once because I'd have to stand on this death tile. He hits for 3, which we can afford to tank. We have to last 3 turns here, though, which means we can't afford to tank all the damage. This guy only has 2 health, so the Rocket Barrage actually kills the Digger instantly. This guy's going to be left with 1, which is not amazing. There's a lot of enemies here. What we're probably going to do is do a trade places scenario again for most of these guys. Like, I can actually swap the Alpha Leader guy onto this death tile. I can't easily kill the Blobber, though. I can kill him with the rocket, so I'm going to put the Blobber on this tile. This guy will go down to the 2 damage attack, so I think what we're definitely going to do is tank a hit on our plane, and then do a rocket barrage. because I don't know if there's an easier way for me to kill him. I can shove him back with the rocket mech if I want. And then I would just need to push this guy into the lava. Still don't kill the blobber that way. And I also don't deal with him, though. So this guy right now is the problem. Because the rocket barrage will kill him. It will kill this one. So these two die to the rocket barrage. And it also kills the bomb. This guy will be on 2 health. This guy will be on 1 health. He'll be on 3. And he'll be on 3. So I can shove him over to the side with the pulse mech, which won't kill him, but will mean that he's not doing any damage. I can kill him with the artillery mech, I think. No, I can't get to him with the artillery mech. Although, this is actually really cool. I can put the artillery mech here, put him in a cloud of smoke, and kill this guy with him. That would actually be really nice. So let's move out of the way here. I think we have a pretty solid turn here, actually. I think we can kill everything. Except for maybe him. I might have to do something about him still, because he's going to have a bit of health left. I swap him onto this tile, I think. So let me just recap my turn before I do it so I don't make any dumb mistakes. First thing we're going to do, we move the jet mech out of the way, and we use the barrage to hit everything for 2. That puts him on 3 health, kills him, he's on 1 health. He's dead, he's on 3 health. We take the rocket artillery over to here, smoke him, he doesn't get a turn, he'll survive on 1 health, hit him, he's dead. This guy is still alive. All we have to do to kill him is do 1 damage so I can swap him with the pulse mech. And I think that's the best play still. First thing we're going to do is we're definitely going to rocket barrage. That's going to happen. So let's do that first. That's a lot of rockets. Alright. Now we have to kill everything else on the map. Short version. We have to do some damage to this guy, which is a little annoying. I'd love to kill the blobber so he doesn't get to keep dropping enemies on the map, but I think this is the play here. And as much as I'd like to kill him, this guy's actively attacking, so we're going to make sure he doesn't get a chance to do that by swapping him into the death tentacle. There we go. That teleport ability is coming in real handy here. Alright, let's end our turn. I think this is still optimal. The tentacles kill the leader. Now they have a Tyrant Scion. Okay. I think we move to here. Smoke him and attack. No, because the push would put him in a bad position. I think then we stand here and push this guy into the lava and this guy into the smoke, which will kill him. There's a lot of rocks falling in here, which is a little bit worrying, but nothing too bad that we can't deal with. If we smoke like this, that kills the Scion, and then we can just shoot him. Yeah, I think that's the play. We stand here, we push, bomb goes in the lava, he goes in the smoke, which kills him. Do I jump both of these tiles? Do I jump behind him? That's what we do. We come behind him, and we jump to the front. That makes it more inconvenient for whatever this is. Then, I probably want to artillery this guy. No, there's no tile damage on any of our friends, so we're okay. He is super dead because that rock is also going to kill him. And I think we just shoot him. Yeah, I think that's the safest play. I think we just kill him. Done. Alright, well, let's end our turn then. Final turn, we're gonna have 3 new enemies. And a row of tentacle death somewhere, but let's see what they actually do. Alright, victory in 1 turn. All we have to do is kill the remaining guys. He literally can't move anywhere to attack, so he can't do anything, which is hilarious. We're probably going to rocket him into death anyway. This one, we're probably going to jump over so he gets killed that way, and this one we're going to teleport over. Now I do have to move out of the death radius, but that lets us kill him. And Camilla kills him with smoke. Alright, that should be victory. Let's end our turn. Tentacle wall kills all of them. The Renfield bomb is ready. I recommend you leave now or you'll share a grave with the Vec. It's been an honor, Commander, serving you with the Rusting Hulks. Look, I don't want to get misty-eyed or anything, but, well, I had a lot of fun. Our war's not yet won. Keep traveling. Keep fighting. And there goes the bomb. Kapow! That team turned out to be pretty cool. They've definitely got some tricky environmental maneuvering that you have to deal with. Especially if we didn't get the pilot who can attack from within her own smoke. But we got it. Victory. Thanks to the valiant efforts of Camilla Vera, Abisamu, and Henry Kwan. The Vec Hive has been destroyed, saving this timeline from ultimate doom. Humanity can now begin to recover from the destruction wrought by the Vec. We saved 19,738 civilian lives, and approximately 4.6 billion on Earth as a whole. Well, well. We have to choose our next pilot for the timeline. We could take any of these people. I think we're going to take Henry. The fact that he has a grid defense makes him not great. I could take Camilla instead. That smoke ability is actually pretty cool. I'm going to take Camilla. We're not going to need the smoke quite as much, because we're not going to have mechs that are constantly creating smoke. But she has an extra mech reactor right off the bat, and 2 mech HP, and the webbing immunity is really nice. The Henry Kwan ability to move through enemy units I still love, but because he has a grid defense, I don't want to reward him by taking him to the next timeline, and we took Abe last time. I like how it counts how many times he's been in previous timelines and how many final battles he's fought, so Abe has already fought 2 final battles. Let's take Camilla, though. She's pretty cool, and I like her ability, especially for dealing with webbing. And there we go. We got all 3 of the achievements for the Rusting Hulks, got our 4 Island Victory Medal, and we've got Camilla ready to take on the next mission. If we take a look at our other squad options, we have 15 coins to spend, so we've got plenty of the way here done. In total, we need something like 27 more, 29 total, because there's 12, 10 more for 22, 6 more for 28, and then there's this one for 30, so... There's a lot more achievements than there are things to spend achievements on, but still lots of goodies. If we take a look at our achievement list... Okay, I thought this was going to show us our scores. Can we see that anywhere? Statistics? There we go. So the Rusting Hulks came a little bit behind the Riftwalkers, score-wise. They saved, what, 52 less people? Not bad, not bad. Our favorite pilot is apparently Ralph Carlson. Or can I change this? Is this just showing me their statistics? I think that's what it is. Yeah, so this lets me see what they've actually done. Interesting. We can see our deadliest enemy was the Scarab, killing nothing. I assume that's just because nothing has killed anything. The most destructive is the Scarab, doing 3 grid damage. And the Hornets are the most squashable, getting killed 53 times so far. Cool. Alright, well, with that said, I think we're going to end this episode here for now. Thanks for watching, everyone, as we play a bit more Into the Breach for you. If you've enjoyed the series so far, let me know about it in the comments below. And until next time, bye-bye.